How you doing? Too
Good,
cold
how are
to
you?
work. Too cold to go. I can do my best, but unfortunately we're at the mercy of the entire floor and we don't have anything to do it. Oh,
It's
thank
much
you. We were
colder.
hoping these would come.
Some issues.
All right, so guys, here you go. As a gift to you, this is Donna Stone. She's the one who developed the Diamond Map.
Awesome.
This is her latest book called The Book Accelerator, which will give you even more tips beyond the ones that we have here today on how to write your
Thank
book.
you.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Is this called satin, or what are they?
Yeah, this is what's it called? Satin? Yeah, satin cover.
Georgia
Yeah.
satin?
Oh, we do.
I love it. I
That's what I want,
love
too.
the tactile feeling of these covers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really
Yeah,
nice.
it feels like a leather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heavyweight.
Same. Yeah. Yeah, matte satin matte or something like that. Yeah. I believe she did this through CreateSpace, didn't she, or was
I
it
think
Ingram
CreateSpace.
Sparks?
Yeah, it was CreateSpace.
Yeah, we'll talk about publishing options here in a second.
They're shutting down a lot of their stuff. CreateSpace.
Oh, are they?
They got rid of like all their editors and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And brings me up.
I do too.
Right with that one, so.
I didn't give us that.
Thank you.
You'll leave upset because I'll leave the seat lit on.
you were right there.
That'll be one of
I'll
them.
get my information.
I never put my personal cell on here, but I don't really keep my business phone charged up because I don't like it. So
Oh, that's
pencil
funny.
it in. Next time I have it printed, I'll add it back in. But
What's so special?
oh yeah, because I'm gonna vote for you to be president.
That's right. I got my first vote.
Couple more.
How about you vote, Tyler?
I would just like to talk to you about our tax system. That's the next thing on the list. I said we
Absolutely.
just
You wanna
from
fix it
yesterday,
again?
only 51% people pay taxes. I heard that yesterday.
Peanut butter and apples.
Oh, I believe
Are
it.
you gonna try them?
I just want to flat
Are you
tax
really?
system,
No,
some
you
kind of
actually
nice
get the
simple-
food
Oh,
to feed your
absolutely.
dog.
Oh, trust me. Because there's a
Eat the
certain
dog biscuit?
segment of the population that bears the brunt
I don't know,
of
'cause it's
supporting this.
It's not that good. It's
I've
I
never
think
had
we
it.
make
I mean, I
anywhere
would
from about
think-
Some of them are really good.
I
I
would
get
think
these
a
ones
peanut butter apple, I would have thought that would be good.
Yeah, well,
I don't think
and
it's
into
peanut
that,
butter.
I know.
It's brutal.
Just-
I have these ones at my house.
I work
I
with a lot of poor
3 or
people, of
4
course,
for
so I'm
everyone.
not expecting people that make
Are they
$14,000
never
a year.
nice.
But,
It tastes like animal crackers.
you know,
When you were a kid,
is it
like sweet potato.
unbelievable?
cooking or
And
Yeah.
then we need a simpler system, and then after that, it
something.
really
Yeah,
gets
definitely.
us. So,
I was like,
we have a house up in the mountains in North Carolina.
There's actually a new dog
Get
breed
away,
called
you know,
Shareables,
And,
designed
What-
specifically for
what
humans.
part?
Brevard in Transylvania
So
County.
before I
My
knew
sister
how
lives
bad
in
it was to
Marsville.
give your dog human food,
Outside of
I
Asheville.
understand this
Oh, well,
government
she's
is
probably on the other
twice
side.
the size of me,
Well,
but
see, I'm on the other side of
everything.
Asheville.
Fighting
We
nutter
have
butters
a
and
house
breaking in half, whatever I would
about a
think.
half
I
hour
can't
from
tell
Asheville.
you,
Now, Florida.
You're trying to sing area.
Picked that purposely. She
Yeah,
might
you love it.
Oh, my dog.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
So
throughout the
we
wall,
spend 3 weeks in the summer there, and we go during the holidays, yeah. I work remotely from up there.
That's awesome.
And so
I've
we're
seen
driving
that.
My
through,
dog
like,
is
we're
on the
driving
sidewalk.
through
I
Asheville,
guarantee you, I just tell you that.
and there's a hotel, or which hotel was on the left of the main
I thought
highway,
it
and
was
they have all these
so
sun,
long.
sun panel things, what they're
Thankfully, she's
called,
not
you know,
doing
the solar panels,
Yeah.
all on the hotel. And then we'll
One of my
continue
dogs-
driving,
She's a
and
horse
see other
breeder.
buildings that have all these
Yeah, my dog.
Yeah,
solar
with the
panels, right?
tops
So I'm like,
and
what's
the
happening
horses
in North
poop.
Carolina?
For some reason,
right?
Macy's all over
So
that
when I
stuff.
come back,
She's
one of
like,
my board
"Wow."
members has been, interested in
Yeah, that
this
was
kind
She's
of
like,
thing.
what? Don't you tell them.
Get your mouthwash
Yeah,
down.
the county commissioner, and we talk about, you know, are there things here in Florida that support solar energy? We have a very large facility, right?
Global
And
village.
lots of buildings, and so
Down with that
we
one.
were talking about, well, wouldn't it be fantastic for us to
You're
solar power our campus? We have
Okay,
66 acres radius. Well, why don't we solar power our campus, and then in the excess.
Topher, where is Vaughn today?
Or you'll power, you
You
sell
sell
off.
back into the
Is that his
grid
name,
spin.
Juan?
We're super excited to get an
Oh, I don't know.
investor
Where's one?
here in
That's a really
Tampa.
good
He's
question.
a venture capitalist,
That's so funny.
and he
Is that his
Um,
name?
my solar,
Yeah, Juan
he has a
Martinez.
partner, and this is something they're very
I'm sure he
interested in.
probably
And they
said
do-
that he
they
wasn't
work
going to be
with
here.
one nonprofit charity a year. So it's kind of commission. So anyway, we created this
Not
business plan.
What'd you say it was?
I get other people that are interested.
Steve, what was it called?
Like,
Global
it's
Village
sustainability
AR.
thing. And then we find out after we get a lobbyist who works with, this issue.
But I need
to
my
talk to
readers.
us. You can't sell it back.
Interesting. So I wonder if he
What we
bought
wanted to do was
VidPick
put a
AR.
model where we
I wonder if he
sell
bought him out
access
because
power
that's his
back.
company name,
Because
Stole the
of all the
Village.
use that we
That's
have
his
and the way
company,
it is,
right.
and
And
Yeah.
then
Carl is
we use
his
that to help
employee.
support either expansion.
Who did
or
VidPick?
Yeah.
increase.
Interesting. Or they
Something
merged
for
or
social
something.
good.
It's interesting.
And
Okay,
because
very
the way
cool.
the laws are, you can't do
So
it.
Because you're not.
This lady
No.
is this lady?
Because the electric companies are against
Does he have the other innovation books? I'll show him how the interviews work.
He walked away with
power.
instead of
Oh, no,
stealing.
no, you can.
I'll get him.
You,
can't.
at a big
Thank you.
discount is what we're told, like it's
No, no,
pennies
no,
off.
no. I can show you guys how to do it.
I ordered the last
So what
copy
you have
too,
to
so after I
do
read
is
it.
you can't sell it back into Duke Energy, right? They won't buy it. But there are wheeling companies that will take your power and sell it off at pretty good prices to other areas of the country.
To other areas. Really?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
just last year we heard from this
Maybe you can have
lobbyist
another dog
that there was a bill out to,
Oh, yeah.
see, everything we've been told is that Florida, including the guy who does the venture capital work, well, no, he didn't know that, it was the lobbyist, that the laws in Florida, at least, in North Carolina, it's different than Florida.
Yeah.
The laws in
That's
Florida
her thing. She thinks,
really
wait,
don't
this is what
benefit
gets me a food. Let me just.
any
You
group
did tell
that
me
has
that.
excess
We,
power, so I'd like to
our-
look into
our
that.
new member
I'll
can't
I'll
stand
tell you
it.
what I'll do.
Previous
The
mailman,
company that I owned before I came to Marine
he would
Max
show up
was
every single day with a dog biscuit.
And what we did is
And it was
exactly
so
what
funny.
you're trying to
She
do
just
for organizations
loved
like you,
this
like
meal.
either,
And she would just
like
run
we were
right
working
after
with the state of
down
Virginia,
to
we were going to
the
put
end.
solar on all
You give
their
her,
prison
and then by the end it
properties.
was like
On
chew
all the
biscuits.
prison properties, you get all this
She got
land,
smart,
right?
she
And then we were
started
going
a
to take
time
that
frame.
power and
So she can jump
Run
up
a
and
bunch
look
of
outside
the
the window. We have a file
government
cabinet
buildings.
that on.
And
She would jump up. She would look
so
out.
what was interesting about
She would
this
see this
is,
truck come up.
you know, I didn't.
She would
It
have
was
to go
basically
on
just
back.
me and one other guy.
She
And
immediately
I
go.
had put
So
together
we
this
would
team,
go down and she put them off the
Wow,
water.
impressive
She'd get a
team,
biscuit
right?
there.
Yeah. Oh,
Then
I
she
had
did
one
another
guy
one,
who
because
used to
she
be
carries them.
the most senior advisor to the
She was
Secretary
good
of
at it.
Energy
Sometimes she'd get seen at the apartment during lunch, get a third one.
under
Those were
Bush,
good days.
and then another guy who was the former
Well, I don't know
CEO
why
of Coca-Cola.
delivery companies don't
Was a
give
huge
these delivery
escrow.
people endless supplies.
Then I had this other guy
Certainly
who
a lot
was like a
cheaper
big
than
time like
getting stitches or something.
solar investor. I had all
And
these
like,
people.
it was like 3
I
days.
put
The
together
dogs
this
are
team.
trained to know, ooh, this is my friend. I
And
get food.
DC ran a bid called the Capital Solar Challenge, and Emerald Sphere came in second. It was to put solar on 30 federal buildings. We came in second. The only reason we didn't win is because the top company like completely lowballed it.
Underbid.
As a matter of fact, it never took off because they priced it
priced it
so
too
low.
cheap.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So anyway, I've got access to really good resources that might be able to help you
Would you
guys.
give her
Yeah.
some of it?
Yeah.
So they're cooking.
Because I am highly motivated to see organizations like yours do this.
So
Are they both? Do they both?
I spent my entire career in nonprofit work, straight out of undergraduate school, but I,
Hi.
the people
I'm sorry,
I work
sweetheart,
with
I
on my
cannot give
board,
you this.
You know, we try
Oh,
to
I'm
make
gonna
sure
eat
our business mind, because
Yeah.
no margin, no mission.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
You know, I think that every hour that motivates me. I mean, we're financially healthy. We have a private,
does
we're
come.
very
It does.
fortunate, our own private
Shove it in
foundation,
my
17 million in it.
That is awesome.
I
Hopefully
can't share
soon
this
to
with
be
you.
more than
I
that.
would.
When I started 6 years ago, we had 10.2 million in
It's not
it.
good.
And I put a business
Sorry.
plan together that any bequest or estate that we
Okay,
get,
now
always,
to it, yeah.
Are you gonna get me
90% goes into the foundation, we all hold 10%
I don't want
back
you
for
to
the
give me
legal work we have to do, and,
Yeah.
you know, that
Here's
takes a
yours.
lot of time. But, so, you know, I have a great board and, 21 members, and, we've been sitting around
But
saying,
then
you know,
each
we have
picture's got one
assets,
in,
right,
not every
that we
picture,
could
but
use
What you
to
doing?
start up.
What you
So
doing?
we're looking for essential social enterprise, in fact, multiple social enterprises, which means that you do something for the good of the community.
I had a
But
cookie.
that it throws a profit
You tried
off,
one?
so that.
No.
This
is- no, a real
Oh.
Throws a profit off,
That's
so
what
that
she's doing
we-
over here.
we
She
Like trying to
has
get
it.
that chocolate?
nonprofit, we expand out, we like
Not all- not
I'm
all.
sorry, I
research.
stole your
No,
book
go
We do
for
a
it.
lot of
Go for it, yeah.
research for the nation, and,
I feel
and
rotten.
publish.
It's actually really
And so, in a couple of areas, yeah.
Right.
So, you know, we invest in additional
When did you say
research
you
that
got
would
that
better
book?
the nation, better the, you know, that kind of thing.
Friday,
So, you know, I
Thursday,
said,
Friday,
you know,
last week.
not that I'm suggesting this, but as an example,
Friday last
you know, do we buy
So you've had time to memorize your pitch and
McDonald's
read half a
or
book?
Dunkin' Donuts, or do we do something that, you know,
And raise a
people
family?
who are
And a
out of
bunch of
work,
other
who don't
things.
have job skills, to
And
work,
run a
leave them
business?
up
3
in
of 'em.
line, so then, you know, to teach them
Well,
math.
two. I mean, there's
Get them
different two
sustainable
of
wage,
them.
for-profit that comes
Have
back
a
to
real
the
estate,
town,
yeah.
Okay.
that we can do additional good, it's all about good. And,
But for me, I
They're
mean,
all like
money isn't bad at the same
superhuman.
time.
well, for
So
me,
we
it's
don't-
like so
some put
critical
together
that I
a
actually
committee,
get
my
it done.
new strategic plan, we did two
It's like
plan just
everything.
recently.
It's kind of weird how timing happens. Like all this is
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
needed right now.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Business
I've been working for a couple
who
of years
want-
trying to get
wanna
all this
meet
stuff
other
together
people,
and
but
the
to
fund and
have
everything
some
else. It's
innovative,
like
outside
trying
of
to
the
like.
box thinking, and
So
do it
it's
kind of
actually been
think
really good.
tank
So I'm like, I know I need to
You
do
know,
it.
start for
Otherwise,
a year.
Just diving right in, getting it all.
yeah, just
In
get all
terms
that.
of helping us build a
Like the
couple
books
of
and everything else
ideas
too. It's
that
like I
we
have
do
to get them
business
done.
planning.
I'm kind of upset
vet
because
it
the
to
book
see
I
if
had
it's
written
something
is
that
now
we should add.
the
Yeah.
one I can't come out
Oh,
with.
Isn't that cool, Sam?
Just because-
Really?
And just by this flow
Yeah, I
and just
know.
kind of the way I'm going with this, I'm like,
Well,
I need to go back and rewrite that one, but it almost doesn't even make sense to come out with that. I need to do, because I can actually do the one I was thinking about doing last, I kind of do first, and then I can do the series.
So you can release the book that
Oh,
you're
I can
almost
release
finished
it.
with
Actually, I
after.
should do it after. You know, I was thinking about doing it first and doing the other, but now I'm like,
Well, he says it's only going to take you 12 weeks to write this book.
I think we
should
set
be
the
able
bar
to get
so
them.
low.
I'm gonna try and do them.
Right?
No problem.
At the same time.
Yeah.
David Letterman.
And we're okay barely scraping by because
So
you
you
and I
can
get
keep
to
your
go
cover
home to
that
our
you like.
houses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Do
I'm just
an
gonna
old
reprint
one
the
for
cover.
this
These guys don't.
And that was just the first one I got back. There's somebody on Fiverr had to do that one. It's only like $85. Just trying to
So when you had it turned, I was looking at it sideways, but it looked like you did it in the light bulb, but it looked like there was like
There's
an
a hand
X-ray.
behind it. I
Yeah.
didn't pick those pictures out. He just kind of gave me those.
But I thought that was kind of cool because it looks
Yeah,
like
actually, that's an idea.
You know, how do you combine with the best of technologies but also where we are in the modern age? To go back and look at our roots a little bit, where you know a lot of
oh, I can come up there.
you know, back in prior times, you know, people were self-sustainable in their own communities.
Oh, it's a hand. Okay, so yeah, from over there, that looked like a spine.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That looked like a.
No,
You know, at a base level,
That's what it
we
looked
should
like from
we
the
should
side.
at
that's
least
the
be
thing I have
there
to do
for
like
our
the lab
communities,
coat or
right?
something like that.
I mean,
Well,
think
we-
about that.
Well, we actually
The lab
pretend
coat
we
has
are
to go for
out.
the
Some
additional
colleges,
medical
like if you
stuff.
go to a restaurant and it says that, you know, they use local source and it's extraordinarily appealing to us, right?
Yeah.
But first of all, that's not true because the seasonality, we
Yeah.
have an organic farm on our property too.
I'll
And the
change the
seasonality
content.
of
I
it,
guess go
that's
take
not
that
true.
off there.
But what it tells us, there's something very appealing to human nature that says, I want something from,
Probably not the
I
best
buy
question to
ornate
start
honey
off
from
at. Yeah.
Sorry, I was
that
just
sells
reading all
it
of their
a
stuff.
mile from my house
So
in
this
Odessa.
book is
Right.
about,
You
is
know,
this book about what
I
you
would
did?
never consider buying honey from someplace else.
Oh, no.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, it's a piece of it. But this one actually, and this is even I did this stuff.
really good. That's
Oh.
So
what it's designed for.
And
I
it's,
changed
and
a
it's
bit.
much
So I
healthier.
was going to use it as more of a marketing
But so,
guide.
exactly, if
or
we
marketing
have
tool.
communities that are far more
So I mean, this needs to be
self-sustainable.
redone, and
And
but that's what I'm
we
saying. After
think
doing
in
the terms
terms
of, I realize that a lot of the stuff I want to cram in here, I can actually just do a book on that. And I can take pieces of that and just copy that.
They really don't need to live comfortably and sustain themselves. Let's get them to that baseline first. Then let's get them
Yeah,
to
a little
start
bit. It's fun though.
Well,
escape their
I'm only
lifestyle.
writing
So
a
that-
contract,
so-
so I'm going to live
You should
vicariously
go.
for you.
No.
All right, guys, let's get started.
I'm going to write a book about my life called Seriously.
All right, so if you want to
Right.
see, here's another example.
Actually, that's a
by the
good
way.
one. Because it's contracts, like there's a you know, and just play on that.
One word.
Yep.
So here's
That's a really good
another example. This is using their new one. So this is how you can use this as a way of continuing or extending a message. So this is one of our clients, Cheryl Hunter. She's in the Innovate book, and then she created this video. So it works.
Are you a growth-focused entrepreneur looking to build your business in Florida?
Yeah.
The answer
Hi,
yes to
never
that
seen
question. Our business
Pretty
law,
cool, huh?
the Entrepreneur's Law Firm, was
So
created
that's her
for you and
commercial
I.
for.
We work exclusively with
That's
small
great.
businesses from
Yeah.
startup to
Really?
exit. Serving as
Yeah,
outside
it's pretty
capital.
cool. So there's lots of cool technology that make these books not just something you read, it's something you play around with. Now, I don't know how those things work on Kindle. I'm not sure if the videos come alive or not.
I don't even know if they work on Android.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, as far
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
then I'm sure they have to have an Android app.
Not
I would hope.
well, wait.
Not that people who have Androids deserve it.
Man.
Any chance I get, man. Any chance I get. Yeah.
In my program, he picked on everybody that didn't have an Apple computer.
Oh yeah.
Every
I'm relentless.
single session.
I think I warned you on Launchpad, didn't I? That if you have a PC or an Android, it will be stop that. You know what I realized is that I'm wondering if when I become the mayor, if I'm going to have to give up my iPhone now and go to a BlackBerry for security purposes.
Probably.
You have 2 phones?
I don't think I can. Sunshine Laws moved.
No, it was really easy
All
to
the
text and
time.
drive when
Yeah.
you had
Yeah.
a BlackBerry.
Huh?
It was so much easier to text and drive when you had a BlackBerry.
See,
Right.
the good old days.
No, it really was. I mean, you could just be like, send, we're good. I mean, once you learned that situation, yeah, okay, I'm good.
I think those might be down
I
there
still
all
don't text with my thumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
text
stupid.
like
That's
this.
terrible.
Really?
That's not a BlackBerry.
Everyone
Yeah.
always makes fun
All
of me.
right, let's
But I
go back
can't
to
do that.
your let's go back to your chapters, right? So at this point in time, you should have theoretically, you should have your 3 parts. You should have 4 different things. And once again, this is we're not building a rocket here. You can have 5 on the first one, 3 on. In fact, here, let me show you this.
Don't building a rocket.
Can I borrow my book, my public speaking book?
Yes, sir.
Let me
You
show
know,
you.
actually, Topher, you are building a rocket that's going to catapult someone's
Yes.
business into the next level.
All right, we're not doing rocket
Oh,
science.
sorry.
There we go. Thank you for clarification. All right, so to show you how it doesn't have to be evenly distributed, here's part 1 in my book. So I have 3 parts: on stage, on camera, on stage, in front of the camera, behind the desk. It's, the 3 different things.
Sounds good.
See if I can.
I can make it. Michael said it's going to
Is it an audiobook?
That what?
Not yet.
That book would
Okay,
help me
maybe.
tremendously.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is part 1.
I said I could buy it.
This is on stage. These are on stage tactics. That's section 2.
Oh, boy.
Behind the in front of the camera, and then that's section 3 behind the desk. So there's like completely warped. I mean, I really probably should have worked a little harder on the second section.
Yeah.
There's really only so much you can talk about being on camera, though.
Well, because a lot of the things carry over from the on stage things. These are just the exceptions where this stuff on stage doesn't work on camera. But so it doesn't have to be even by any stretch of the imagination. I can
Very
recommend
good book,
it.
by the way.
Thank you very much.
I actually learned a lot already.
Yeah.
Right. I'm very proud of that one. Actually, probably more proud of that one than just about any of the other ones.
Good.
Is this your most recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one came out last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. All right, so you should be at the place where you've got your chapters. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take each chapter and put it into a diamond map. Right, so this one here is butts on seats. That's number 1, BIS, butts and seats. And then she came up with 6 things. Now what we didn't do, by the way, though, Walker, is we didn't come up with the details. So with
I already
regard,
started doing that.
you already did. So you get the idea. So with regard to money, there's 3 or 4 or 5 different things. 3 or 4 or 5 different points. So you want to find out what those are now. And then what happens is once you have that done, now you will know, okay, well, this one here I need to do a little bit of research on, right? This one I need to find a fact to back up or a statistic. Oh, I remember this one, there was a really cool YouTube video over here. So you can start to then, at this point in time, either delegate these things and say, find the references for these, find the facts, find the histories, or you can do it yourself, it's up to you. On all this stuff is done before you even start writing. We're gonna write until the entire output is done. But our goal is to get a lot of that done. Okay, so at this point in time, start filling in these sub-points. There probably should be anywhere between 3 to 6 sub-points. In fact, I think here she has 5, is that right? 5, there we go. So little sub-points inside the diamond maps. And I actually just use those things directly. If you want, in fact, here,
What the
if
heck?
I'm not mistaken. Right here.
And are you going to send a electronic version of this out? Or
Yes,
do you
we
want
could
to
absolutely do that for you.
Okay.
See if I can find mine for the new book that I'm working on right now.
Is it called Domain? No.
It's called Small Biz City.
I just wanted to make you laugh.
Don't inhale, Warren.
Why would you not do that?
So when President Clinton, or who was it that said, I did not inhale, I never
Clinton.
inhaled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of things.
Today,
That's what I'm
though,
saying. That's what
You're not
I'm
shaking
saying.
your finger at us, so
Right.
how do we know
I
that
did
you?
not inhale. Like it's a joke. Clearly, it was way over your head. Thank you.
I got it.
I'm just kidding.
It was politically
And you're supposed to
correct.
laugh. Hello, that's a sign. You're like, need some
I
affirmation here, man.
gotcha.
Come on, like, make jokes. Yeah,
Very
you're
good.
hanging.
Yeah, okay, so here's, I just went onto my iPad and I just used my pencil with the iPad and I just wrote it on there. But there's something to be said for not doing it, typing it, but just actually writing it out. I think there's something creatively, yeah, or if you just use these. So we'll give you guys as many copies of these things as you need. I would take one for every chapter you've written and start writing them. If you get stuck on one, put it away, go to the next one. And it's just about coming up with as much creativity as you can. Now, a couple of things to warn you. As you start to do this, you're going to all of a sudden write something here, and you're going to go, oh, wait, crap. That's actually this chapter over here. Don't worry about that. If they end up having duplicate stuff, that's okay. It's no big deal. Just let it go, let it freeform, get it out there. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up discovering that maybe this little piece here shouldn't even go in nuts and seeds. It actually should go down in customer loyalty on the next one, and you'll end up moving them all around. That's coming later down the pipe. Right now, we just want to get the ideas out of our head as much as possible. So I will go get more of those diamond maps printed.
I can.
Based upon how many you need. In fact, Helen, while you're doing this, actually, let me just see if I can email it to you. So I'm sure I've got the Dropbox folder somewhere. I can just text you guys that. It's a little black and white. I just texted you the Dropbox link for the diamond map, so you can just download it. Just finish life.
additional copies.
Thank you.
Blank, would you like additional?
I'll take a couple.
How many would you like? 5.
5.
I have 3 if you want one back, so you make sure you have enough.
Yes, sir.
How about Mike's? Use you, Tony?
Should we be concerned that he may have fallen asleep somewhere?
What's that?
Should we be concerned he may have fallen asleep somewhere?
Who? Mike? If he didn't come back in 5 minutes, we'll listen about it. It's amazing.
What are you doing electronically?
I'm doing it electronically,
Okay.
so you can actually keep these. Actually, I'll keep one just to
Okay.
whatever, but
2
I
or
sent you
more?
the Dropbox link.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
I
take
have
this
the
and go
traditional
get
outline
copies
kind
made.
of roll.
How many more do you want?
Because then
Take
you can copy
4 or
paste
5
it
of them,
and
so
it's
we're
like the
fine.
beginning of the next paragraph, and then you just
Here.
basically
You be you, girl.
You don't need them?
Go for
it
it.
makes life easier. It's all about simplifying the process.
You're stuck together.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Checklists.
I'm just writing down contracts.
Last week.
I haven't gone yet. I have it out. Well, co-authored books already, and so I actually do the free press layout, demographic design or stuff in design. Actually, I can completely different. Law supplies.
I'll give you guys a link to it over here.
That would be.
get stuck, just move on to the next one. Come back to it later.
that a smile on your face?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this thing.
it's hard
Look
to
at your mustache is turned up. I'm so confused.
You got
I
really.
have no pictures of you smiling. That's from Anna. She did it on my website.
That's good.
Are they White
Very
Castles?
nice.
Did we call Juan?
Huh?
Did we call Juan? Because he's not here.
Oh, he wasn't supposed to.
He wasn't, okay, yeah, I didn't know, I was assuming that was something we really had arranged. Stacy just asked, I was like, wow, I kind of feel like I totally forgot that he wasn't here today.
Does finger food qualify as a hamburger?
Huh?
Does finger food qualify as a hamburger?
Eat
Those
well.
are normal sized hamburgers for normal sized hands, Mr.
Yeah, do you want me to hold one?
Okay. Mr. Dragon Hands.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We were pretty proud of ourselves for that one.
Yeah.
You cook enough? I don't cook.
Oh,
Have
Have
to
you
eat those, you know.
have you seen?
I went to a farm one time and they were
Have
feeding
you
the
seen that?
cows hamburger buns. I thought that was so rude.
oh, yeah.
I guess it was like a little treat for them, but I was like, this is like an inside out hamburger.
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
great.
I don't know why I was just,
So,
I'm like,
this big guy like you,
Yeah.
his sister's
I
a
totally
chef,
see that.
so she serves frog legs.
I have seen that.
It's like, shouldn't there at least be 2 legs? Frogs had 2 legs. That's it. It's really big. They get really close.
Yeah, I saw that one just the other day.
What's the writing software?
What's that?
The writing software?
It's called Scrivener.
Right, what's it for?
Okay.
Okay.
Give you guys another 10 minutes. How you guys doing?
Yeah, that's my response too.
hi,
What's that?
what brings you
That's
up?
my response too.
Actually, just created an entirely new thing within my book.
Is this about biscuits or you just want to be friends?
Remember it? Like I broke fans down into 3 categories of types of fans they are.
There you go.
Is this
A
about
legacy fan, a loyalty fan, or experiential fans. And now I'm looking on how you actually mark this.
Maybe he didn't have the reluctant fan of the spouses.
Fuck, I was looking for a 4th one. That's perfect. Guilty by association.
Captive.
The captive fan,
Captive.
the hostage.
Actually,
the
that's
hostage
That's
it.
what I
fan.
have.
The hostage.
Captive fan. That's it.
Although
Hostage
captive
fan.
could be like a captive audience.
You're right, touche. So
So
reluctant
hostage.
fan or hostage.
Should be reluctant.
Because I was thinking about that. I was like,
But
then there's a
I heard
fan
I
that's
got
like
yours first.
goes
That's what I
like just because they're bored and you're like, oh, I got invited. Like, fuck, I don't care. They're beer. It's fine. And they just people watch. That's what. Like that's what I normally do.
Is there vodka and juice?
Well, you could sneak it in.
club or whatever that is. Yeah, I'll go to that with you.
I'm not very stuck up when it comes to many things except for events, like sports entertainment events.
I know it, that's 'cause you know.
People ask me, but
The name of that movie is Fearless.
it literally says like,
Fearless.
"I've never seen
Jet Li. It's good.
And they're like,
That's not necessarily wrong. Yeah.
Let me check my notes.
I'll get back to you.
What's that?
How am I not sitting in Jen Pop?
You're not one.
It's the bathroom that does it.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's a good
I'll
one.
have to check that out.
It's good.
You're gonna get a phone call from someone named Captain.
Oh, I won't forget that.
He's my treasurer, but he's also our liaison to the agency, so we'll start setting up.
Yeah.
We'll start to
Let's do
together
that.
between the agencies.
We did for a while.
Yeah, we had a.
Was it on my side?
No, it was on my side.
Oh, it was like, it could be on my side. I mean,
It wasn't the president. They
Oh.
wiped the board out. Said if you don't take the president's seat, we're going to shut this
was
area
all
down.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have much
Yeah.
choice.
All right, well, what a nice group of kids.
Well, really good, but wait till you meet the group
Oh,
that I've got out there.
looking forward to it. We took in a 9-sibling group a year ago in April. 9 kids from 17 months, 17 years old to
You met Big Will, didn't you?
10
Big
months.
Will? Yeah, okay. Two friend requested me on Facebook the other day.
9 kids.
Are they still with you?
Yeah. It's not looking good.
What's he do about
Parents
that?
are, the mothers are
Outside of
treated
his-
for
he is
substance
a-
addiction.
An IT
She comes out every week and does a
security and forensics expert.
And she lives with her mother.
Crazy.
And
Can you believe
she's
that?
still
I
married.
can't.
Her husband's
I can't,
a business
because
driver. Something is not working.
Number one, I like to look at judge books by
We
covers,
don't
but
know
yeah,
it's
I
not
can't. I
right.
mean, the guy's,
But she's been
you
treated.
know what's interesting though?
And she keeps.
He looks like a smart guy hidden by a big
She really
beard.
doesn't. He's a well
He's had 4 interviews,
wonderful kids.
and
We
none
have
of them have
disability
gone with
too.
him, even though he smoked the interviews.
Doing drugs.
Because
Yeah,
he was his
but they're
experience.
really wonderful. So
And so he's being
they have a
judged
great
based
life
off
with
the
us,
fact
but
that
not
he's
the family.
big
Yeah.
and he's a biker.
At least they're together.
It's not fair.
They're
Say
together.
clothes don't make the man.
And the 2 older boys.
Or
But
Big Will's
that's
case
The
is
older
scary.
boy was 17 and had gone to school for
Big
2
Will
years because
makes
he was taking care of the younger kids,
Look
which is a
like-
very common story for us.
But what's his
And
character?
he's enrolled in high school. He
Oh,
played on the
he's-
football team this
He's
year.
my sergeant at
And,
arms, so
he's
he's,
their style,
whenever I
the
go
way they
into a
wear
place,
clothes and all
he's
that
the one that's got my
good.
back. And I know
And,
without a doubt,
The
no matter
15-year-old
what
boy
goes
just
down,
went to
he's got
Tallahassee
my
to
back.
sponsor
Like
him
that
and
guy,
That's
one
the
of
kind of guy
our
you want
boys
on your team.
to be a
Oh, yeah.
messenger
Ride
on
or die.
stage at the legislative session.
6'5", 490.
Really?
My kids did it.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's usually reserved for kids that are
Human wall.
connected.
He
their families are
makes
connected.
Mike
We
look
sent
small.
2
This
of
is
them.
him
How
and
does
my
that
3-year-old.
I have
Holy
pictures of them. I'll show you.
Let me see. Let me
Jesus!
see.
So this is my sergeant at arms.
Oh my
Wow.
lord.
Isn't that the perfect name for him?
I'm gonna need him as my
Who's that?
bodyguard
He's the
when I'm
captain.
6'5", 6'5", 490.
Yeah, wow.
490.
You
That's the
guys-
guy was
you
at
guys
Topher's
don't-
birthday party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first husband was 6'6", 275.
Wow, really?
You're so tiny.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
I have a
My second
theory about
husband
that.
is 6'3".
Yeah, say those are shout.
My husband
This is
was
him home
six.
at Yorkie, by the way.
Oh.
See?
And he's really
Okay.
tall.
There is a big difference. It's pretty weird, actually.
My dentist is like maybe 5 foot. Maybe.
Is he a guy? Is it a guy?
No, her. And
Oh,
her
it was
husband
a-
is 6'4", 6'3".
Wow.
You see the 2 of them together, and it's just like,
I had some friends in college that the guy was on the basketball team, so he was 6'11", like skinny as a rail, and his girlfriend was our mascot. And she literally was not
There's 2 of
over
our 2 boys that went to
like
Tallahassee
4.
just 2 weeks ago.
Terrible.
Yeah, and they're both really good students. The boy on the left is from the 9-kid group,
Okay.
and the other boy on the right is, if I have it right. Yeah.
all right, guys, let's give yourself a break from
My
writing.
sister
You guys
in
have
foster care for a long time.
yeah,
He's a super
keep it
student.
fresh
super
inside
kid.
your brain. We don't have to be done yet, but let's kind
They're
of
cute.
cover some new content here.
You're doing a thing with volunteers. I'd like to talk to you about it.
All right, there we go.
Some favorite food.
Go right ahead.
Are they good?
Anyone want a gut buster?
No one
They
are
know
really.
you're-
Crystals.
Well, I can't.
I think they're White Castles.
Crystal White Castle.
Don't they?
Same difference, huh?
No, I used to like them.
Oh my
I just know it's not an MRE.
Oh. Neil ready?
Which would be better for you?
You get a bag this big, and it's 4,000 calories, and you get to eat one a day.
Really? Did lunch not fill you up? That lunch from that place?
Lunch never feels good.
Oh, it just normally doesn't, it wasn't so fresh
Well,
sometimes.
he's getting ready. I'm 250 pounds. I'm dieted down to 70 pounds. Now, all I'm doing is cardio, no weightlifting. So I've lost 70 pounds
No,
of
wait,
muscle.
no, wait, lifting, you're
I've
still.
lost 70 pounds of muscle.
Can't so.
No, I know.
Topher's like, I need 70 pounds of
I
muscle.
was 328% body fat, and my doctor said, "How many 80-year-old men do you know are 320 pounds?" I said, "None." He goes, "They're all dead." I said, "But I'm all muscular." He said, "How many 80-year-old muscular men?" He said, "They're all dead too." I'm like, "Okay, I get the point."
Yeah,
I'm dieting.
Point made.
That's,
That is
you and the doctor did
hilarious.
that really well.
True story.
That is,
I was a pretty big boy at one point.
yeah.
I would say you still
I was
are.
gonna say, I think you're still classified as
Yeah.
a pretty big boy category. Well, certainly not the pretty category.
Not pretty.
I wouldn't call you dainty.
All right, guys. How are you coming along? How many chapters do you think you've mapped out with the line so far?
0.
3.
You're still working on just the subchapters or the chapters?
As I was getting into it and like mapping them out, so I got pages.
Yeah.
I realized the whole structure needed to change.
Right. How many felt something similar? You were saying.
Yeah,
you felt
I have to modify mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
So once again, this is why we don't want to use that as a stopping point. We just want to get out concept and ideas.
Yeah.
You may discover, that this piece here, like I said, needs to go over to this chapter over here. This one needs to go here. That's cool. That'll all happen. You can do that by redeveloping your chapter maps, but you also don't have to. You can just write it as is right now, and I'll tell you why. And now we're going to kind of get into the structure of writing itself. So books are not written like you might think they are. They are actually not written from page 1 to the end.
Really?
No. Holding yourself to that level of scrutiny is almost a surefire way to have writer's block.
yeah, that's
In
inspiration.
fact, I can even show you here, actually. This is my latest book that I'm working on right now called The Small Biz City. So in here, here's the different chapters that I've got so far. So we've got My Love of Tampa, Brand Influence, Getting Involved, Go Small or Go Home, Private and Public Success. These are the different chapters, right? So with Brand Influence, got nothing. Public and Private Success, got nothing. Metrics make more remarkable, I got content. In each one of these, I may or may not have content yet. Brand Influence, Brand Influence I do. I have 5 different chapters in there. So, but I'm writing the book out of order. I just write the book based on what I'm inspired to write that day. Yeah. So that's why it really doesn't even matter if these things are in the right place. Now, then you might go, but wait a minute. Did she give me the 2 arm?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's getting a little obnoxious.
You're aggressive, aren't you? You're a bully.
Oh, look at that.
You're a bully.
Give it to
Here.
me.
Yeah, now she's going to do the push.
Can I do
Yeah, warn the bad
Do it.
Fight.
You eat her
people food? What is that, one of those fig bars? Yeah, sure.
That's good.
Spoiled.
So,
My dog's going to
Yeah, mine too.
so let's say, for example, this is why I'll talk about the software here in a minute. But so let's say I've got these 5 sections, right? So these are my 5 subpoints in the chapter called Brand Influence, right? So if I look at Brand Influence, I've got these 5 chapters. I may not want to put how to build a brand inside, let's say, the rooftop city. Maybe I don't want to put that in there. Maybe the rooftop city really needs to go under, attracting the whales, right? I can just take it and move it right over there and put it right in. I'm not going to do it, by the way, but I can just move it right into that category. Or I might go, well, these aren't in the right order. Well, I can just take it move it over, and now it's in a different order.
Sorry, she's got a different tactic.
She's going for the cue.
Yeah.
Put the
My nose
snout on
is
your
really-
lap.
Done a really good job of teaching her her coach.
Oh, she's
yeah.
God, that's ridiculous. She's flexible. Yeah,
And then
she's flexible
relentless.
if nothing.
She's like the relentless salmon.
She doesn't know.
Like-
She doesn't know rejection. She's gonna get ridiculous.
No dog should know rejection.
So it doesn't matter what order you do. The whole idea is just get all of this content that you have
Love it.
inside your head out as fast as possible. And now, let's say you still are clueless that thing should go over there. Once you hire your editor, that's their job. So when you get into the content editor, they're going to go, this didn't make sense. This really needs to be over here. It needs to be in this direction. So it's going to move around anyway. Yeah. So yeah, don't hold yourself to the level you think you have to write them in order. It's going to put way too much pressure on yourself.
So
Yeah.
I have to excuse myself for mediation.
You got to go for mediation.
Yeah.
That's fine. You've got the majority of the content. We've got. I haven't gone through the writing schedule with you yet, so give me a phone call. We'll kind of go through that.
Okay.
But you don't even start writing until momentum.
Okay.
Yep. So right now, all I want you to do is do research and data and outlining, and just this is the sharpening of that axe before you go chop down the tree, right? So I don't know when momentum is, but it's coming up here in a couple of weeks, probably 2-3 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Hang on, you're distracted
I'll
by
tell
the dog.
you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
But you want me to call you regarding what though?
The writing schedules.
Right.
Momentum number 1 is March 23rd.
So So we're not. We'll meet back again here March 23rd. You'll start writing your book March 23rd.
Okay.
Right now, it's just fact finding, it's outlining, it's getting all this stuff done. So when you're finally ready to go, when that gun goes off, boom, you're ready to start writing like a maniac. And you don't have to worry about all the facts and the figures and the research and all that stuff. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is a much simpler process than people realize, but until you have a process, it's almost an impossibility. We're going to make this. This is where I talked about, like on day 1 Launchpad. This is about smart lifting, not grunt lifting. Right? This is just doing it the right way. Let's talk a little bit about tools to help you write. So there is a software that I've sent to everybody a link to, which I would highly recommend you get. And I'll tell you a little bit about it, and I'm not going to sell it very well. It's very counterintuitive. Just like I said, you don't want to write a book from front to cover, from cover to cover. You also don't want to use Microsoft Word. It's a terrible software for writing a book, or Pages if you use Mac. And the reason why it's a terrible software is because it doesn't give you the flexibility to move things around. And trust me, you're going to have to move things around a lot. There are some other things. In fact, I might actually stop the recording right now and actually do a screenshot of the real Scrivener software, not the iPad, because the iPad's okay, but it's not nearly as good as the actual PC version. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because content-wise, there's
You
not
said
much.
PC.
What's
You
that?
desktop. You said PC.
Yeah, desktop, PC version. So
Is it PC